system. Now let's pass on to another physiological process, body fluids and circulation. There is nothing but the vascular system what we have in the body, responsible for the circulation of blood, either blood or the lymph. That's why I mentioned the word body fluids and circulation. So we have in the body what we can see the vascular system. There are two types of vascular system. One is called the blood vascular system, and another one the lymphatic system. The blood vascular system, we have the blood which is circulating through the blood vessels, and that is being pumped by the pumping organ and transported to all parts of the body. And similarly, the lymphatic system, where we have the lymph, which is normally flowing through the lymphatic vessels, or simply we can see lymph vessels like that. Now, let us go into the topic. So, what we have the reference to what we call simply the circulatory system. So, it is nothing with the transport system. You know that when the blood vascular system is always called the transporting system, consists of three important components. One, a pumping organ, a muscular organ by name the heart. Number two, the fluid medium which carries the nutrients, waste products, hormones, etc. to deliver or to just take from the cells. To deliver to the cells or to take from the cells. And also for carrying such a fluid medium, we have a closed branching network of tubes. They are nothing but the blood vessels. So these are all the three major components of the transport system: the heart, blood, and blood vessels. This is a general statement. Now, I'll take the fluid medium, the one which is responsible for the transport of different materials to and from the cells. The blood. So normally we can say blood is a liquid fluid connective tissue. Liquid or fluid connective tissue. We have about later and the histology will give more importance. The same one will be repeated with a little bit addition. So the study of blood is called hematology. One person who has put forth the various types of blood groups in humans, namely the ABO blood group, he is actually called as father of hematology. So Paul Landsteiner was known for the blood group. Paul Landsteiner was known for ABO blood groups in man. He is called as father of hematology. Paul Landsteiner. Remember that one. I mentioned all blood is a liquid or fluid connective tissue, just like liquid metal, mercury. So all the tissues are normally that one solid except in the blood, like the metals, the mercury. And now the blood is normally formed of a fluid medium, the dissolved medium. Normally we can say the fluid matrix called plasma. And the second one, the various types of cell elements, simply called as a formed cell elements or blood cells. So out of the total volume, nearly 55% of the blood is formed of plasma, the fluid matrix, and nearly 45% alone just constitute the cells. So the fluid medium, plasma, 55%, and the blood cells, the formed cell elements, together form 45%. Now let's see about the plasma. You know that one is a straw colored fluid. So it's normally the specific gravity of plasma is less than that of what is called blood because it contains. And similarly, if we compare the plasma with that of what is called urine, the specific gravity of just urine is much higher than that of plasma because urine contains a number of waste products. Now the plasma nearly just 90 to 90% is formed of what is called the solvent, namely water. The remaining 8% alone together forms organic and inorganic substances. So we have plasma formed of liquid, namely the solvent water 90 to 90%. The remaining 8% alone being formed of organic and inorganic substances. Then, so what are the different types of organic substances found in plasma? So these are all the organic substances. Organic substances we have. No heading is given normally, but these are all the organic substances. One, the plasma proteins, are also called as serum proteins. Three major proteins are found in the plasma. They are albumin, globulin, and fibrin. They together constitute 6 to 8% of the total just organic substances. Out of just 8%, you have nearly about 7.1% formed of organic, and nearly 0.9% is formed of there is a various kinds of inorganic elements. So out of this 7.1%, we have nearly just actually 6 to 8% is formed of the plasma proteins out of 7.1. So just nearly about 7% we can see. Out of 7.1, I cannot say that's out of 7.1, it's out of the 7.1. Nearly most is formed of proteins. Exactly 7 or 7.1. That's why we given the rate 6 to 8%. And as soon as you know that one digestion has been completed, the breakdown products, the simple materials, the products of digestion also found in the plasma. So they are nothing but the nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, glycerol, vitamins, etc. So I mentioned simply the fats. Normally we have the amino acids, glucose, fatty, not complete fats. We have fatty acids, glycerol, vitamins also. And we have another substance, the one responsible for keeping the blood in fluid state. So how is the fluid state of the blood maintained? This is because of the presence of an anticoagulant heparin. So it is a heteropolysaccharide. It is a heteropolysaccharide. One example for just in case glycopolysaccharides. We studied all this something about and the polysaccharides, the heteropolysaccharides like chitin. So this is another heteropolysaccharide heparin. So N-acetates are normally N-sulfate acetate, N-sulfate glucosamine. So it's the one having both nitrogen sulfate, whereas in case of chitin we have only N-acetyl glucosamine. It is nothing but nitrogen containing sugar. And here it contains both nitrogen and sulfur. N, just the sulfur glucosamine and sulfur glucosamine, and that one is also glucosamine, but it contains only nitrogen, namely just as the chitin. So in addition to that one, you know the hormones. You know that one, the hormones, normally the glands, endocrine glands secrete chemical messages called hormones. The glands have no specific ducts to just transport and deliver the hormones to specific organ cells. So the hormones are released only to the blood, and it is the plasma which carries hormones to different parts of the body. So hormones also one of the components of that is plasma. And finally, you see, once the waste products are formed, either urea or uric acid, creatine, and all these waste products are normally carried by the blood, by the plasma to the excretory organs like kidney. So we have to include all those products only the components of the plasma. Now let's have something about the proteins. And before that, just we have simply the inorganic substances. You know that one the various types of that is iron, sodium, potassium, calcium, and also we have the bicarbonates, chlorides, all being formed in single element formed in the plasma. Now a few words about the plasma proteins. I mentioned earlier we have the plasma proteins also called serum proteins, but we have plasma is different from serum. I will come this later. What is the difference between plasma and serum in one line statement? Now, the three different proteins of albumin. What is the role of each? So albumin is responsible for maintaining the osmotic pressure of the blood. So it plays an important role in the regulation of body fluids by keeping the osmotic pressure. So normally the osmotic pressure of the blood is maintained mainly because of two factors along with one waste product. One is albumin, another one sodium. These are the two major substances responsible for maintaining the osmotic pressure of the blood, thereby exchange of fluid between the tissues and the blood. Another component, the waste product urea, is also taking part in maintaining the osmotic pressure. But the major osmotic pressure substance maintaining the osmotic pressure are sodium and albumin. So anyway, albumin is responsible for maintaining the osmotic pressure, an important role being played by that one in regulation of what is called body fluids. Then globulins. So we have different types of globulins. Globulins are taking part mainly somehow they are involved in transport as well as acting as a defense mechanism. We have different types of globulins: alpha globulin, beta globulin, and gamma globulins. And these globulins are mainly taking part in defense mechanism of the body. That is nothing but giving resistance to the body, namely the immunity power. So one type of globulin, namely the immunoglobulins, they are nothing but the antibodies. The immunoglobulins IgG. So we have 5 different types of immunoglobulins. We'll be studying later about the structure. Also, the immunoglobulins are glycoproteins. They function as antibodies, normally protecting our body against the invading microorganisms. So they are one of the defense mechanisms in the body. As they are dissolved in plasma, they are simply found in plasma. They are called together the humoral immunity mechanisms, antibody mediated mechanisms. So anyway, the globulins are responsible for providing immunity. We have different types of globulins like alpha, beta, gamma, and also we have just what is called the immunoglobulins. One such protein, a glycoprotein, a conjugated protein, is working as or function as antibodies. The last one, the most important one, to prevent the bleeding of blood, having the defense mechanism in the body, nothing but just preventing the loss of blood, what we can say hemorrhage while injury or trauma. And in such instances, the bleeding of blood is prevented by one mechanism, what is called coagulation or clotting, that is being affected by this protein, a fibrous protein, fibrinogen. So this is the one of the factors taking part in blood coagulation, a major factor. We'll see later. Now, what is the pH at the plasma? I mentioned already it is having an alkaline pH 7.2 to 7.6. The alkaline pH at an average of 7.4. Normally, sometimes the question grade they given 7.35 to 7.45. Though I have given this 7.2 to 7.6 and also average 7.4, sometimes it may be given in this range of 7.35 to 7.45. Anyway, just that accurate range. Now, all these proteins are acting as a buffer. I mentioned already. What is a buffer system? Consists of weak acid and its salt. The pH of that buffer solution remains constant. That is called a chemical buffer. pH always remains constant. That is why these proteins are playing a major role in maintaining the pH, the acid-base balance of the blood. That is why I'm using the word the plasma protein's main function as a buffer. So I'm playing an important role in the maintenance of pH of a plasma, maintaining acid-base balance of the pH of the plasma. I mentioned earlier what it will be serum. So the plasma contains certain factors, what are called the coagulation factors. At the time of clotting, what will happen, you can see. These factors are taking part in the clotting process. Then at the point of injury, the bleeding is blocked because of the coagulation process. But a small amount of fluid is oozing out, an yellow colored fluid is oozing out. That is what is called as a serum. The fluid which is oozing out from the point of injury after the formation of clot is called serum. That means the serum contains no coagulation factors because the coagulation factors already have been used in the formation of clot. The remaining fluid of plasma that is coming out is without coagulation factors, and that is called serum. That's why I use the statement plasma without clotting factors is called serum. Plasma without clotting factors is called serum. Remember that one? Because we have no clotting factors. At the site of injury, you have just the release of yellow color fluid that contains only that is a plasma other components excepting the factors, namely the coagulation factors. So we have three different types of component. The first component is plasma. So the specific gravity of plasma is less than that of blood and also less than that of what is called just simply the urine. And now the formed cell elements which constitute about nearly 45% of the total volume of blood. We have three different types of formed cell elements, namely the red blood cells or erythrocytes, white blood cells or leukocytes, or platelets or thrombocytes. So these are all the three components. So in the forthcoming class, we will discuss about the different types of formed cell elements in detail. As for other time, just I'm stopping my lecture. Anyway, so you are requested to ask any question or pose questions, we will answer it. Thank you. Now the class is completed. Goodbye.